folks, welcome back to Nostalgianomics. Yes, I know there's tons of drama going on about me all over the Pokemon community. A lot of people don't like me. What do you want me to say? Maybe I look like a guy that they used to go to high school with, that used to beat them up, or that used to sleep with their girlfriend behind their back. I don't know. But today we're going to focus on, is Pokemon investing right for you? And then if it is, well, here are some plays that might be available for you if you still believe in it. Because I know a lot of people have been asking themselves, do I still believe in the long-term returns of these Pokemon investments? And I know the negativity and some of the market being down is getting people to question themselves on what they really think is possible. And so in the first couple minutes of this video, I think you'll be able to answer that question for yourself. And if in fact you do still believe in this, well then the second part of this video will be all about the plays I see out there, especially going into Black Friday and a lot of the reprints and things that are cheap right now. So let's jump right into this video. First off, live box breaks are tonight, 7 p.m. Central Time. If you want to be involved, you can pick up Hidden Fates booster packs, Paradox Rift, or English 151. Now, with all my live box breaks, these are not loose packs. I don't like the possibility of tampering and weighing and all that BS. These will all come out of sealed products, ripped live on stream from Hidden Fates ETBs, Paradox Rift booster boxes, and 151 Ultra Premium collections. So that way you have the best possible chance of getting good pull rates. If you don't want to be involved, hey, feel free to stop by the stream, hang out, chat, have a good time, root other people on. Hope to see all of you there. So is Pokemon investing right for you? Well, let's look at the alternative. Here's the alternative. Look, no bias here. You can throw money in an S&P index fund or a mutual fund. On average, in the last 30 years, the S&P returned 9.9%. Okay? So if we go look at a compounding interest calculator, I threw $600 in. That's the cost of an average booster case. Now, we know with all Scarlet and Violet era right now, you can buy booster cases well under $600, but let's just say $600 as a benchmark. We'll take a length of time, 7 years to grow, and give that 10% or 9.9% interest that you'll get on the S&P, and we're going to compound it, compounding interest monthly. You'd be looking to double your money in 7 years. So it's going to take 7 years for you to double your money putting that same $600 into the S&P. So you have to ask yourself right here and now, do I believe buying into Pokemon cases right now at $600, that those cases are going to be worth at least $1,200 plus in 7 years? So looking at, the Pokemon sets going back 7 years, you're looking at the evolutions time period. So like all these XY boxes, all these Sun and Moon boxes, you can go look at what they're selling for, and you can get an idea of if you think that's possible again, and if you still believe in it. And if you do, well then, this is still right for you. And if not, if you don't believe in it anymore, well then, hey, I understand. Wish you the best in what you decide to diversify your portfolio in other than this. If you're still here though, let's look at some plays. Crown Zenith ETBs are now $400 a case. This is Anderson Authentics. They are a fully 100% authentic Pokemon seller. I've bought from them before. This isn't any fake product here. It's $400. First thing you have to ask yourself when investing in anything is, what is the downside risk before what is the upside potential? We know the upside potential, things can go to the moon. We're seeing with Team Up right now. What's the downside risk though? Well, people will say, it can go to zero. All interest in Pokemon can die. It's zero liquidity. No one will buy it. Okay, well, what's the realistic downside risk then? Realistically, let's look at the worst specialty sets in Pokemon, starting with Pokemon Go. So Pokemon Go is one of the least liked sets of all specialty sets in Pokemon, and it was very heavily printed. But even with all those going against it, it still sells for $35 a box daily. Let's look at Shining Fates. So Shining Fates came out, it was super hot, then it got reprinted into the ground. These cases eventually fell into the low 40s, even some in the high 30s. Now, well, they've recovered. They're selling for about $50 in ETB. This chart actually doesn't do it justice because this is way down at 42.39. It should be way up here near its year highs. So looking at those two sets, it should give you some sort of idea of how Crown Zenith can perform. So your downside risk is really like mid to high 30s with this. So you're kind of at your almost lowest downside risk with this specialty set. There's not much lower that these sets have gone. Now, your upside potential, well, let's look at that. Generations. I'm kidding, guys. I'm not saying it's going to perform like Generations. Hell no, it's not. But I wanted to show all the specialty sets in modern times. Generations, market price $644, some recent sales, $680, $595. Look, hey, this is what's possible with some specialty sets after enough years. Never know. Shining Legends. This is a pretty good marker. So Shining Legends was released, if we look, back in October 6th of 2017. The reprint didn't come out until 2018. Okay. When this was reprinted in 18, these products were not leaving the shelves. Okay. These products did not leave the shelves. They were on Walmart and Target shelves sitting at $50. No one wanted them. 2018, 2023, 5 years later, you have over 5x your money. You wouldn't have even 1x your money in the S&P during that time. All right, Dragon Majesty, this is another set. Didn't really have a lot of interest. I don't even know if it got reprinted. There's low supply. So yeah, the market price is $445. There's been one sell at $440 recently. I don't think, again, this is the best example, just like Generations, but it's still, this is what is possible with enough time in Pokemon. Hidden Fates, this is probably the best example to compare to Crown Zenith. Hidden Fates, super popular right out the gate, just like Crown Zenith. It's one of the strongest sets in all of Sun and Moon, just like Crown Zenith. Came out right at the end of Sun and Moon, just like Crown Zenith. And it had a massive reprint, just like Crown Zenith. It's still selling for $170 in ETB. So, Hidden Fates came out in 2019, and the reprint didn't hit until 2020. So, 2020 till now, we're talking like 3, maybe a little over 3 years. You've made, over 2x on your money. Whereas you still, you'd be like halfway to getting 100% returns in the S&P at the same time. Next, we'll look at Champion's Path. Champion's Path, same type of thing. Came out of the gate hot, $100 in ETB after a while. Boom. Huge reprint, got crushed back down to 50, even a little under 50. And now look at this. It's all the way back to $95, and it's only about 3 years old. Let's check. Champion's Path was released in 2020. The reprint probably didn't hit till 2021. So realistically, Champion's Path has only aged a couple years after the reprint. Already back to almost 100% on your money in a couple years. Next up, Celebrations, which again, I don't think this is the greatest comparison. It's a especially anniversary set. It's got Charizard in it. Those type of things had a lot of hype. But Celebration is still selling for about $85 in ETB after only a couple years' time. About what, I don't know, was that 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60% on your money, something like that. 50, 60%. Sorry, 60, 65%. Not bad. Now, a lot of people, so that gives you an idea of Crown Zenith. That's why I think it is a good buy at $400 a case. I'll leave a link in the description for this box. A lot of people recently, too, have been asking about a lot of the auxiliary products that are being released around, Black Friday to go along with Crown Zenith and some other sets and how I think they'll perform. Well, look, you don't take my opinion. Here's how other ones have performed. Here's Champion's Path. Here's Champion's Path. Here's some of those blister type products. Here's some collection box type products. Look, a lot of these products were probably about $15, $20. These products were probably $20 to $30 collection boxes. They're all performing very well. Now, just like I told you, how do they perform? Well, the packs, they carry some of the value. The fact that it's a sealed item is scarce. People want to collect. And third, the promo cards. You can see this one right here. This Gengar promo, it sells for a huge premium in a PSA 10. It even does pretty well in a PSA 9. And so that's what carries the value of the box along with the packs. So yes, you can do well in these boxes. Same with Hidden Fates. Look, I remember these tins. These were $20 on the shelves, $20. So, just like the ETBs, they've basically tripled since they've been released. The Charizard a little more because, again, it's a Charizard. So the promo card carried the tin a little more than the Raichu or Gyarados did. Same with the collection boxes and blisters and things like that. So yes, specialty products can perform well. So if you're looking to pick up some of those type of products other than the booster boxes or ETBs around Black Friday, yes, you can do well doing so. You don't need to ask me what I think. You can look for yourself. There's the data. Now, before we end this video, there's a few other plays I wanted to mention. Because I know buying into products after they've already risen in value, like to, $130, it kind of gets, played down like it's not a good idea. Well, I'm just going to give you my take. So here's Anderson Authentics, that same seller with the Crown Zenith ETBs. They've got Brilliant Stars booster box cases at $790, which is about $131-ish per box. Pretty good. They've got Silver Tempest booster box cases all the way down under $650. And they've even got Lost Origin booster box cases at $770. So these are all very cheap. These are, this is less than $130. Brilliant Stars is about $130. Silver Tempest is down there at like under $110 a box. Guys, you have to ask yourself, what do I see these things doing in the next 7 years? Can I buy these now? And do I believe they're going to be worth more than 220, 260 in 7 years' time? You can go look at all of the other sets that have aged 7 years and see how they're performing to get an idea. Not only that, let's look at these sets. This is Brilliant Stars. This is what is going for $131 a box. Charizard Alt Art with Venusaur in the picture. Charizard Rainbow, Arceus, all strong cards. You got the Charizard Full Art. You got the gold Legendary Birds, right? You got the Marnie for the waifu effect, right? But you also have this, in my opinion, one of the strongest trainer galleries printed. You got the Umbreon Sylveon VMAX, the Umbreon Sylveon V, the Mimikyu VMAX and V, right? You've got the Acerose Premonition for your waifu. You have these cheaper ones too. Look, you got the Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon, and Eevee with Blue or Gary in the picture, which is, those are great looking cards. It's just a strong set overall. I still think it's a good pickup even at $130. Same thing goes for Lost Origin. It's got one of the most expensive alt arts in all of Sword and Shield. You got the Aerodactyl, right? And Giratina, Rainbow, Giratina. It's got some other cards in here, but also the trainer gallery is extremely strong as well. Pikachu VMAX, Pikachu V. You got the Nessa for the waifu, right? You got the black and gold Mew and Pikachu. Come down a little more, Sleeping Pikachu. You got Charizard. You got the Gengar, the Snorlax, the Arcanine. It goes on and on. So yeah, $130 a box. Do I think it can be $260 in 7 years? I think it can be more than $260 in 7 years. Yes, especially if some of these cards catch fire, like the Giratina again. Last but not least, the Silver Tempest. For under $110 a box, I don't think you can go wrong. Lugia, one of the strongest Pokemon in all of Pokemon to collect. It has the alt-art version, looks great. Rainbow Lugia, the Unknowns. It's a little goofy, but it's fun, right? It's got some other cool cards, some waifus. But the same thing goes for this trainer gallery. Rayquaza, one of the strongest Pokemon to collect, top trainer gallery card. The Friends and Galar kind of get a little bit of everything. It's got the, it's got the Blaziken V, Blaziken V Max. You got the Rayquaza Black and Gold. It's not as strong as the Brilliant Stars or the Lost Origin trainer galleries, but that's why it's under $110 a box. And the other ones are $130 a box. There's still opportunity there. But again, all you have to do when you're investing in any of this stuff, whether you're going after the Silver Tempest, whether you're going after, the Lost Origin, whether you're going after the Brilliant Stars, whether you want to go after the Crown Zenith, just ask yourself this when deciding, do I believe putting money into these products is going to do me better in 7 years' time than just double my money? And if the answer is yes, then I think you have your answer for yourself. So guys, I hope you got something out of this video. I'll leave links to all those in the description below if you want to pick any of those up. And I hope to see all of you here for the live box break tonight. Other than that, my name's Alex, and this is Nostalgianomics. Hope you subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. I'll be back here in a new one soon. I'm out.